You optimize your sleep. You download the new habit apps. You drink the green juice, but by Thursday afternoon, you still feel a deep, exhausted brain fog. It feels like you are fundamentally broken, but here is the truth. You aren't lazy. Your discipline isn't the problem. Your burnout is actually a sign that your brain is working perfectly. Right now, your brain is flawlessly executing 200,000-year-old survival code. The real issue? You are trying to run ancient hunter-gatherer software in a modern, hyper-digital world. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to play a massive, high-speed modern video game on a dusty, ancient computer from the 1980s. The hardware simply cannot process the inputs. It overheats. It freezes. It crashes. Your brain is crashing because it was built for a world that no longer exists. In this video, I am going to show you exactly why your internal threat system feels so incompatible with your daily life. More importantly, I am going to give you the exact steps to hack your primitive biology so you can finally thrive in this modern grid. We are going to fix the glitch, starting with the invisible predator hunting you right now. Let's talk about the invisible predator hiding inside your inbox. Deep inside your brain is a tiny almond-shaped alarm system called the amygdala. For hundreds of thousands of years, its only job was to keep you alive. When our ancestors saw a charging lion, this tiny alarm slammed the panic button. It instantly flooded their body with cortisol and adrenaline. It gave them the explosive, immediate energy to run away and survive. But here is the problem. Your amygdala has not received a software update since the Stone Age. It literally cannot tell the difference between a hungry lion and a passive-aggressive Slack message from your boss. To your brain, both of these things are the exact same life or death threat. Think of it exactly like a smoke detector in your kitchen. A smoke detector does not know if your entire house is actually burning down or if you simply burned a piece of toast. It just screams at maximum volume until you physically turn it off. In the modern digital world, every notification, every unread email, and every tight deadline is burnt toast. Your internal alarm is ringing all day long. But unlike our ancestors who either escaped the lion or died, you never get to physically run away. You just sit perfectly still at your desk, soaking in a toxic bath of stress hormones. So how do we actually fix this evolutionary glitch? You have to manually prove to your primal brain that you successfully survived the hunt. In neuroscience, this is called completing the stress cycle. You cannot just rationally tell your brain that you are safe in an air-conditioned room. You have to show it physical proof. When you finish a brutal, high-stress task, do not just blindly open another browser tab. Get up and do 60 seconds of intense, heavy physical movement. Do 3 deep physiological sighs, inhaling deeply twice through the nose, then exhaling long and slow through the mouth. These abrupt physical actions act as a manual off switch for your amygdala. They send a clear, undeniable signal to your nervous system that the predator is finally gone. You are not burning out because your modern work is physically demanding. You are burning out because your ancient brain thinks you are being actively hunted from 9 to 5 without ever being allowed to run. That stress mismatch is draining your energy. But there is an even bigger biological glitch hijacking your focus, and it is the exact reason why you cannot stop endlessly scrolling. Let's talk about the endless scroll. You sit on the couch, you open your phone, you tell yourself you are just going to look for 5 minutes. 2 hours later, you are still swiping. You probably feel incredibly guilty. You probably think you have a weak attention span, a lack of discipline, or a terrible screen addiction. But here's the truth. You are not addicted to your screen, you are addicted to surviving. To understand this, we have to look at dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the happiness chemical. It is not. It is the seeking chemical. It is the raw biological drive that kept our ancestors walking miles and miles to find a new berry bush or a fresh water source. Whenever they found new, life-saving information, their brain rewarded them with a massive hit of dopamine to guarantee they would keep looking. Think of your brain like a little kid on a scavenger hunt. Every time the kid finds a hidden clue, they get a piece of candy. Because the candy tastes so good, they will aggressively keep looking for more clues forever. In the ancient world, information meant survival. Today, your brain still deeply believes that finding new information will keep you alive. So, when you scroll through an infinite social media feed, your brain thinks you are foraging in a highly dense, never-ending digital forest. Every new post, every new video, and every new headline is a virtual berry. Your brain is giving you a dopamine hit for finding it. Your ancient software is actually working perfectly. The problem is that the modern digital forest has no end. So, how do you stop a biological drive this powerful? You cannot rely on willpower. You have to manufacture digital starvation. You must build aggressive physical friction into your devices to manually break the dopamine loop. Put your phone in a timed lockbox during deep work hours. Turn your phone screen to grayscale so the bright, shiny berries look dull and unappetizing to your primal brain. Delete social apps from your home screen so you have to manually search for them every single time. You have to make the foraging process incredibly difficult. When the effort of the digital hunt outweighs the reward of the digital berry, your brain will naturally power down the urge to seek. You do not lack discipline. You simply have a misdirected survival instinct. Controlling that instinct will finally give you your focus back. But even if you completely master your dopamine, there is a third massive evolutionary trap waiting for you, and it is completely destroying your self worth. Let's talk about the crushing weight of other people's opinions. You open an app and immediately see someone your age buying a massive house. You see another person launching $1 million company. You see hundreds of flawless, highly curated lives, and instantly you feel like a massive failure. But here's the truth. Your self-esteem is not broken. Your social hardware is simply overloading. To understand why, we have to look at Dunbar's number. In the 1990s, an anthropologist named Robin Dunbar studied the physical size of the human brain. He discovered a hard biological limit to our social capacity. He found that we only have enough mental processing power to truly know, trust, and care about a maximum of 150 people. That is Dunbar's number, 150. For hundreds of thousands of years, you lived in a small tribe of exactly that size. You only had to worry about your status and your reputation within that tiny group. If you were a good gatherer or a good storyteller, you felt secure. Think of your social brain like a small, quiet neighborhood coffee shop. It is perfectly designed to comfortably serve about 150 regular customers. It works beautifully. But today, the internet is trying to cram 10 million screaming strangers into that tiny coffee shop every single day. The windows shatter, the walls cave in, the system completely collapses. Your brain was never built to process the success, the opinions, or the judgments of millions of strangers across the globe. When you are constantly exposed to the absolute top 1% of humans on the internet, your ancient threat detection system panics. It tells you that you are at the absolute bottom of the tribal hierarchy. And in the ancient world, being at the bottom of the hierarchy meant you would be cast out and left to die. So how do we fix this? You must ruthlessly shrink your village. You have to artificially reduce the size of your digital tribe back down to a biological scale. Go through your feeds and unfollow anyone who triggers a negative status threat response. Mute the influencers. Unsubscribe from the hustle culture billionaires. Stop comparing your behind-the-scenes reality to a stranger's curated highlight reel. Instead, hyper-focus on your local, immediate circle. Seek validation and connection only from the real, physical humans actually present in your daily life. We are trying to survive in a massive global arena using a brain designed for a small campfire. By shrinking your world, you protect your sanity. But even if you manage your stress, master your dopamine, and shrink your digital village, there is one final, devastating trap. And it is the reason why, at the end of every workday, you never truly feel allowed to rest. Let's talk about the never-ending hunt. For ancient humans, life was built on very clear physical cycles. You hunt, you make the kill, you eat, you rest. When the hunt was over, it was truly over. Your brain received a massive, undeniable biological signal that the job was done. It allowed your nervous system to completely power down. But in modern knowledge work, there is no kill. The emails never stop. The projects drag on for months. The Slack messages pile up while you sleep. You are hunting all day, every day, but you never actually catch anything. Think of your brain like a washing machine. A washing machine has a clear, predictable cycle. It washes, it rinses, it spins, and then it completely stops. It beeps to tell you the job is finished. Now imagine if the machine just kept spinning forever. Imagine if someone kept throwing heavy, dirty clothes into the drum while it was still running. Eventually, the motor would overheat and burn out. Your brain is burning out because the work cycle never stops. It never gets the beep. So, how do we fix this? You have to manufacture an artificial kill at the end of every single workday. You need a hard shutdown ritual. At the end of your day, do not just slowly drift away from your laptop while feeling guilty about what you did not finish. You must create a clear psychological boundary. Write down the 3 most important tasks for tomorrow on a physical piece of paper. Say the phrase, "The workday is complete," out loud. Close the laptop. Physically hide it in a drawer or another room. You must manually define the finish line. You are giving your primitive brain the exact biological signal it desperately needs to power down, detach, and recover. If you do not manually end the hunt, your ancient brain will stay on the treadmill until it breaks. You are not a broken machine. You are a highly advanced biological organism, perfectly optimized for a world that simply does not exist anymore. Once you stop blaming your lack of discipline and start working with your primal wiring, everything changes. You can complete the stress cycle, you can starve the dopamine loop, you can shrink your village, and you can manually end the hunt. The modern digital world was engineered by billionaires to hijack your ancient biology. But by understanding your own operating system, you can finally take your control back. If this shift in perspective changed how you view your own brain, hit the subscribe button right now. Every week, I break down the exact psychological and biological frameworks you need to stop merely surviving and start actually thriving in the digital age.